So now we get to Predators. And the reason I have this Blu-ray is thanks to a very nice guy, Sonny Bean. If you're watching, thank you. Just a while ago, he had sent me a big box of movies, Blu-rays of all sorts of stuff he was getting rid of, I believe. It was stuff he was getting rid of. And that was really cool of him. So if you're watching, thank you. This one's for you. But I decided to keep it because I knew one day I was going to re-review this. Because the last time I talked about this, it was when I only had like 10 or 15-minute limit, so it was in 5 parts. And since the new one came out, which is the worst piece of shit, and that's how bad that new film, The Predator, by Shane Black and Decker, since Fred Decker wrote Black and Decker, they made the worst Predator movie, which is insane because I'm like, how the hell can it be worse than this? You can never say anymore. It can't get worse than this because it always fucking does. Last Jedi, Alien Covenant, fucking the new Predator. It can always get worse. But this movie is better than the new Predator movie, but this movie's still lame as fuck. It's boring. It tries to do the slow burn like the first one, but it does it poorly. This film did it well. This film does it poorly. And in this film, homages so much shit from this film that this might as well be a fucking remake of this movie. And that had got annoying. Yes, I get it. Long Tall Sally was in that movie, so let's have it in the end credits. Yes, I get it. Arnold fell from a waterfall, so we have characters falling from a waterfall. Yes, I get it. Let's have a fucking ending where this time it's Adrien Brody with his shirt off. And I would say, why did he take his shirt off? I'm like, oh, okay, because Arnold, I guess to put mud on it like Arnold did. Thankfully, he didn't take his pants off. But I guess he took his shirt off to put all the mud and be like Arnold and then say like the same lines. Come on, kill me. Do it now. The same fucking lines. You even have fire, which Arnold threw, a torch and there's a fire pit. And here it's him using fire and mud. Thank God the one lady knows this movie. She knows this movie. Oh, in 1987. Like, how the fuck did this random fucking lady, played by Alice Braga, she just knows the story. She knows the story because she can give us exposition. Oh, he fooled it with mud. Is this like something that they tell Alice Braga, whoever the hell she was? Hey, come look at this. See what the fuck happened in 87? This fucking guy thought he fought an alien. It covered with mud. Was that like something that they're at some water cooler? Hey, Alice Braga. I don't know. Like I guess she was with the government. Do what this guy fucking said. So Alice Braga fucking knows the first movie. Even Predator 2 did that better, because it's a team led by Derek Busey that's hunting this thing. So they should know. This is a fucking random lady who fucking knows the story. Surprised they didn't have Dutch's cousins, brothers from his left side of his family, or whatever the fuck else. And okay. Too many homages to the point it just becomes this movie again. Which, that's not what I wanted. But I'm the guy that loved Predator 2. Of course, people hated Predator 2, so they just did the first movie again. But I actually love Predator 2. And that's the thing that pissed me off about Robert Rodriguez, who, after shit like this, I named Robbie Rod. Because I like Desperado, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I can respect El Mariachi considering it costs like $7,000. That's a pretty damn good looking movie for that low money. Desperado, I like. From Dusk Till Dawn is my favorite of his. I liked a lot of his movies. The first Sin City. But then producing this shit, and producing Machete, then you have Machete sequel, Sin City 2, fuck you, his stupid fucking Spy Kids movies, and then he produced this. This was based, I guess, on his original script, and then got changed because it says here written by Alice Litvick and Michael Finch. But I guess it's based on a story that he came up with, and then he was one of the producers. And he's like, I want to make the real Predator sequel. I got the real fucking Predator sequel right here, motherfucker. This is the real Predator sequel. Because it didn't just copy this. You didn't have Danny Glover put on fucking mud. Come on, kill me, do it now. Didn't have to fucking feature Long Tall Sally and all that shit. I don't hate Long Tall Sally, but it was in the movie. Yeah, I could just watch this movie again for that. And then Robert Rodriguez, I want the true sequel. I got the true sequel. So obviously these guys are not fans of Predator 2. We won't give the sequel people really want. Yeah, and this is a perfect example of why I disagree with Arnold of putting it back in the jungle again. Granted, it's on an alien planet, but you can barely tell the fucking difference. Except once, if you didn't have that one scene where they saw all the fucking moons and shit, you know it was another fucking planet. You could it literally said it was another part of South America. This is why I'm glad they went the direction they did. And disagree with Arnold. Shouldn't be in the city. Gotta be in the jungle again. Well, they did the jungle again. And yeah, maybe you can do that well. This didn't do it well. The first half is trying to be a slow burn like the first movie. But at this point, we know what the Predator is. It's not like we're going to be, oh my god, what did the Predator look like? So where's the suspense? Even in the first film, sort of your memory goes into, okay, this is the introduction. I think a big part of the back of your head sort of lets you in on that. And also it helps when you have a great group of characters. If you're going to do a slow burn, Alien's a slow burn. It has a great group of characters, played by Yaphet Kotto and John Hurt and Ian Holm and Tom Skerritt and Harry Dean Stanton. This had a great group of characters. Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Sonny Landham, Bill Duke, Jesse Ventura. Here, what do we have? Adrien Brody, which I'm sorry, I do not buy, with his Popeye muscles and his voice trying to be like Christian fucking Bale from Batman. The day preserve. We're the game. I'm sorry, I don't buy you. I still think you use the guy from the piano, so unless you don't kill the Predator with a piano, or play the piano and make the Predator's head blow up, maybe, hey, there are other actors that you couldn't buy at first and they surprise you. This didn't. Maybe if he didn't use his voice like that and just talk normally, just talk normal. Don't try to sound like a badass. Be the badass. This was him trying, and in my opinion, failing. Alice Braga, whatever. Walton Goggins, he's a dipshit racist convict. Danny Trejo, he's there long enough to go, that's Danny Trejo. Then he's the first to die. Well, we don't see him die, but we see his dead body. Laurence Fishburne, embarrassing role for him. He's just a crazy fucking fool who's lived there too long and went bonkers. And then even though he survived for seasons and apparently has killed multiple predators, he dies really fucking easily by a cannon that, what's weird, like the cannon will fucking take off an arm, but this cannon, one shot and it makes the entire body of Laurence Fishburne blow up like a CG water balloon. Which I swear didn't, I swear that hit someone else and it didn't make them blow up in a CG water balloon. Maybe they didn't hit them. So I guess these new bigger predators or whatever the fuck you want to call them, one shot from this cannon makes them blow up like a fucking water balloon? Like, what the fuck was that about? It was like a waste of Laurence Fishburne. I mean, waste of his... What was even the point of his character when you think about it? He brings them in, he tricks them, that fails, and then he gets himself killed even though he's supposed to be this guy who survived all these seasons. Didn't seem like much of a badass. So it was like a waste of Laurence Fishburne's character. You have the Russian guy. I know I've seen him in other movies, but I can't remember though. I guess he was like a Spetsnaz guy. If I want a Spetsnaz guy, Russian guy, I'll watch Dolph Lundgren's Red Scorpion. That's a Spetsnaz that could have kicked the shit out of these predators. That character in Red Scorpion would mop the floor off all these motherfuckers. I want to see that movie. I forgot his character name in Red Scorpion, but with that fucking gun that he takes down the fucking helicopter with at the end, and he takes the guy's arm off. That character with that gun against these predators would have whipped some ass. This movie needed a lead like that. Whether it be a Dolph Lundgren, or Jason Statham, or Van Damme. Hell, even The Rock and Vin Diesel I would pick over Adrien Brody. Or Thomas Jane. Or, there's so many other choices in this shit. Adrien Brody did not work in the lead. The rest of you have this Yakuza guy. Maybe he could have worked, but he says nothing. He's got a good look to him. Then he has his sword fight, which I remember in Predator 2 when that Predator took like 10 shotgun shells to the chest and got the fuck up. But this is supposed to be a bigger Predator, 3 little sword swipes and it dies way too fucking easily. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, maybe it got to a point if he's chopping the shit on the Predator and cuts the... You know, that would have been interesting. If the Yakuza guy lived, cut the Predator's head off, Adrien Brody dies, and the Yakuza becomes the lead. And do like a switch. And there's like 30, 40 minutes left of the movie. I would have given the movie huge points. Like, holy shit. Golf clap. But it didn't do that. The score is fine. Well, I don't know if I even say fine. Because the only thing I remember is when it used stuff from the first movie. So is that really fine? I don't know about that. Granted, the Predator work is by Greg Nicotero and Howard Berger. I don't think the practical effects are bad. At least it's not a 11-foot CGI video game character like the new one. Sorry, I paused there for a minute because I'm trying to think of the plot. The plot is this movie. Except if they realized they were on an alien planet. But it's the same fucking thing. A bunch of people, killers, who are in the military of some sort, or Yakuza, whatever. And they go across the jungle. They get killed one by one. They try to do this thing where it's Predator versus Predator, but they don't really do much with it because they see the regular Predator tied up, and then you forget about him until the third act where Adrien Brody cuts him loose, and the Predator helps the human, I guess, because he cut him loose. And then that Predator gets his ass kicked. Granted, not as quickly as the new one, but it's still got an ass whooping. What is it with these movies fucking with the original Predators, and they gotta bring something new and give the old one an ass whooping to prove that we're better? They did that in this movie, and they did that in the new movie. I'm sorry, I don't give a fuck for that idea. Unless you make a Predator a lead character. That's stupid. It'd be more fucking original than this movie. Let alone, and better than the new movie. Make a new... Have a fucking Predator as a lead who loved the hunt, but he was an honorable Predator. He's retired. Little to no dialogue in the fucking movie. And then you have this rash of Predators who fucking kill for... And they have no honor. They're willing to kill children, babies, pregnant women. They don't give a fuck. They just enjoy the kill and the thrill of the kill. And they have no honor. But then our lead Predator does have honor and goes on one last hunt against these younger shithead Predators. That'd be a Predator versus Predator movie I'd see. This one, though, they try to play it safe. Just Predator 2 bombed, which was horse shit. Because I love Predator 2, but it bombed, so they played it safe. Hey, people remember the jungle, put them in the jungle. And there you go. Topher Grace, why the fuck he's in this movie? The twist where, oh, he's a doctor, but you find out he's a serial killer. I knew that going in the movie. Especially when the advertising itself, I forget where it was, but there was an advertising for this film. They were doing like little interviews, and they're like, there's a secret to Topher Grace's character that you won't expect. And I'm like, oh, he's a serial killer. How you know that? Oh, it's a twist you don't expect. Bullshit. Usually when they say that, you do expect it. And he's the one that's not a killer. Oh, because he is a killer. He's a doctor. Oh, a doctor. What does doctors use? Shit to slice you up. And then Topher Grace, he didn't need to be in the movie. Stupid choice to have him in the movie. I'm not a fan of the actor. I'm really not. Now, that character again, not an interesting character. The twist you can see coming if you've seen a lot of movies. Very easy to predict. So that doesn't work for this movie. Actor is unlikable. He's either whining or trying to be a creepy serial killer. It doesn't pan out. Fucking could take him out of the fucking movie. And then, like, again, the pacing, I was trying to do the slow burn in the first film, but you need likable characters, or you need characters with a presence, or they do something and then instantly you like them. You need stuff like that. And this movie doesn't do that. The closest with the Yakuza guy, just because he didn't talk and he had a good look to him, and he's a bit mysterious. If he became the lead, that would have been cool. And then he starts talking, and then if that was Mark Dacascos, and then he was like crying Freeman, and then he become the lead, that'd be fucking amazing. That would make the film work. There you go. Make Mark Dacascos part of the Yakuza, and then you find a little backstory, so it's a little bit like crying Freeman, and then he becomes the lead of the movie. There you go. That's an easy way to fix Predators. I mean, the first half, they're wandering around the jungle. These predator dogs, which granted don't look as fucking stupid as the new one, where it's literally a predator head with dreads. I saw a review and they pointed out, it's not like we have dogs with human heads. Here's a dog, but it's not like they have a human fucking head. So why does a predator dog have to have a predator head? Here, these dogs, they're better designed than the new fucking movie. But then part of me is like, why the fuck do they need dogs in the first place? They're hunters. That's the point. Why the fuck do they need predator dogs to begin with? To flush them out. They're supposed to be better predator. That's the thing. They're supposed to be better than the predators in this or Predator 2. That's this tribal war. Why? How are they better if they need dogs, but these guys did not need dogs? This Predator went up against Arnold Schwarzenegger, Carl Weathers, Sonny Landham, Jesse Ventura, and he didn't need Predator dogs. But this guy had to go up, three of them had to go up against Topher Grace and the pianist. I think I said the piano, but he's the pianist. And they needed dogs. Shows how much fucking pussies they are. And they die pussified way too. They die quickly. Like the Russian guy, here's a grenade, boom. Yakuza, 3 slices, and a paper clip, fucking paper cut might as well be, and it fucking dies. And then the last one gets the shit kicked down by Adrien Brody, then finally grabs him, and then the girl snipes it, and he cuts his head off. I'll take the fight with Danny Glover in Predator 2 any day over this. And then again, the fight between this guy and the regular looking Predator was meh. Again, not as bad as the new one, which was literally 30 seconds. But it was meh. I didn't like it. It did nothing for me. The regular Predator didn't put up much of a fight either. Mainly just sort of throwing each other, and it fires his cannon, the redwood predator runs and like drop and roll around something. Try to remember what the fuck else happened in this movie. Danny Trejo. Oh yeah, that's another reference where Laurence Fishburne, turn around, over here. Oh, because Bill Duke said that in the first movie. Yeah, I fucking did it. The first movie, the fuck you movie. I'll watch this goddamn movie again. Fuck you. Goddamn movie. Yeah, we referenced it 50 fucking times and just throw some fucking garbage. And all these fucking guys. Like, again, he's trying too much to be like fucking Christian Bale Batman and failing. I'm not even a fan of Christian Bale's Batman. Topher Grace, oh, he's a serial killer. What a big fucking surprise. Worthless character. This guy doesn't do anything. He just hates the convict by Walton Goggins. Which he's so memorable, he's not on this fucking cover. I just realized that. He's one of the characters, he's not on this fucking cover. This fucking picture. That's how fucking worthwhile. Danny Trejo, he's in the movie as long as this fucking picture. This guy, he fights with Walton Goggins. He's a convict who's racist. Then dies by getting speared from the ground in a trap. The Russian guy, there's nothing to him. He fires his minigun and fucking misses, even though he's firing a fucking minigun. So you suck at it. Just, you know. And then he blows himself up. Alice Braga, whatever. Danny Trejo, and then the Yakuza guy, he's mysterious. He didn't do a bad job because he barely had any lines and he had a good presence to him. It's like the one guy I didn't mind. Like, this fucking sucks. Like, this is your, what do you call it? Like the best killers in the world. The deadliest killers in the world. This is your deadliest killers in the world? What world? Fucking Looney Tune world? God, Looney Tunes are more deadlier than this fucking group of assholes. I don't know what the fuck else is. I mean, and like, Ron Rodriguez, oh, this is the real Predator sequel. What the fuck is there to run on about in this goddamn movie? It doesn't even have really an ending. It's sort of a, they're still on the planet, and like, let's get the fuck off this planet. So they didn't really, or they don't, and then you never found out what happened to them, which I guess I don't care because I don't like the characters. I guess they're leaving a room for a sequel. What, we're gonna go back to that planet? That's what pissed me, kicking my fucking stand. And the commentary I got nothing out of. And the new Predators, there was like even their toys were lame. One has this like, I don't know, bird, not a bird, but like this thing that barely does jack shit with. One had the dogs who were fucking useless. The dogs didn't even kill one person. Oh wait, there's one moment that could have been interesting. They find a cage and they find like a dead creature. Which brings me to another idea. Why did this all have to be humans? Imagine this movie, but some of these were other alien species. Imagine some of these, like say, okay, Walton Goggins, that make it 8. Half of them, different types of alien species. And, or, you know, you could have like 2, 3 humans and the rest different alien species. Why don't we do that? That'd be more intriguing. If you don't put on an alien planet, and that's the thing, they put on an alien planet, but so what? I guess so that, oh, there's no way they can get to help. That's really the only difference. There's no way that they can get help unless they get on a spaceship. But being on an alien planet, and it just looks like a fucking jungle, and a cheaper looking jungle than in this one. Because this one, they were really out there in the shit. Here, it's just shit. Experience the thrill of the hunt. There's no fucking thrills. That's fucking false advertising. I don't know what else to say about it. There's not much to fucking say about it. The slow burn doesn't work. Too fucking boring. The characters fucking suck. You could have had a different, have it from the point of view of a predator. You could have that be unique, or have the same idea and have the Yakuza halfway through be the lead and kill off Adrien Brody, or have half of these be different alien species. You know, people are like, what? You keep bitching about movies. What would you do to make it better? One of those three things, and it has Martha Costas as the lead. There's this little low-budget film called DNA. Not much to run home about, but I'd rather watch that than this fucking movie. DNA is a Predator ripoff. I wish it had a lot more action. But you know what? I'd rather watch that low-budget movie than this bullshit movie. Because Martha Costas kicks ass. And if you give me a lead I can root for, it could give me... I didn't go a long distance with the movie. If you give me a lead I give a fuck about. I really can. That's why I can watch a fucking low-budget film like DNA. And Nimród Antal, he had done, I think, Vacancy and Armored. Vacancy, I didn't mind the premise. I liked Luke Wilson. The ending, I don't know, was kind of, I don't know, weed sauce. I don't know, just weed sauce ending. I didn't like what they were doing with Luke Wilson's character. I didn't like what they did with him. Just, he was my favorite actor in the movie. It was an interesting concept. Hotel, this, you know, they film sort of snuff movies in a way. I like that idea. And then, so it's like, it's an okay movie. Armored, I know a friend of mine hates the movie to death. I thought it was okay as well. I'd rather watch those two movies than this one. And then the director, he's fucking named Nimród. Okay? You're named Nimród Antal, and you make a bullshit movie like this. It doesn't... It's very easy to say some shit about it. And then the guy didn't do much after this. I think he did something with Metallica, and that's it. I don't remember any fucking big budget movies he's worked on. I'm guessing the 20th Century Fuckface was disappointed in the box office. That's why they never did a sequel. Unless other bullshit happened. Fucking movie. But yeah, that's Predators. I don't know what else to say other than... The film is still not a good movie in my opinion. Yeah, I'll take over the new one, but that's not fucking saying much. I still think both are shit. How about I take neither, and I'll take these two movies instead of that, and the new one. But yeah, even my chair is like moaning and grief fucking said through this, and then fucking next video I'm gonna do, which is gonna be even more ranting and bitching about the new Predator. And I figure, you know, I did 1, 2, and this one, why not do it just sequential? I don't know, I like doing it that way. But thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you later.